that, but I think that at least one bid. But yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have gonna be a big project. And I think you have a fence or something too. I think maybe behind your building that maybe look at Cooper doing that as well.
Okay. Yes, that's around the mechanical area.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll go. So you just work with Richard, and you all can get a bid on that as well.
That'll work.
Okay.
That's all I have. So.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff. I do. I know we had Community Resource Day last Saturday,
Yes.
Sheriff, and I commend you know you and your department being active, and community policing is important. So, you know, Team OC, it was a great event. A lot of good people there. So,
Gave away a bike.
Costa was there. We were well represented. So, hopefully, I don't miss anybody else in there. But we were well represented. So,
Ricky was there.
Rick, yes, yeah. Me and him, we were with you. So, all right. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Okay, Carl Anderson, Superintendent Highway Department. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning. Just got a rundown of what the three districts have been working on, mainly just all road prep this time of year. District 1 has been working on road prep on County Road 1125 West, which we call the Vernon Urban Road in French Lick Township. District 2 has been working on road prep for County Road 150 North, which is we call the Bosie Tar Road over in Stampers Creek Township. District 3 has been working on road prep by ditching several of the roads that they're going to be doing just all the way across their district. Do have an on-site visit coming up in the next couple weeks on our Federal 8 bridge replacement on Bridge 28. The engineers will be walking the whole job with me from end to end. We'll be going over the findings and the design. The core drilling contractor did finish up all the core samplings for the bridge last Monday, March 23rd. We had the road scheduled to be closed through the daytime for the drill team for 2 weeks, but they were able to finish it in a week and a day, so didn't impede traffic as much as we thought we would. The last thing I've got here is we did have the countywide cleanup this past Saturday, March 28th at the County Highway Garage. We collected 240 yards of junk and trash, which is 6 dumpsters full, and we did collect 2 dumpsters full of tires, which is 80 yards of tires. But
Yeah.
It was a pretty day, and there was a big turnout. I seen Steve came in and Richard came in, and you come in up there, and it was a big line.
It was a big line. Yeah, I thought it was one of the biggest, honestly. So, but that's good.
Yeah,
It's good people are utilizing it. That's what it's for.
Yep.
So,
that's right. That's all I have this morning.
all right. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Maintenance Director.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How long do I got to talk?
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay.
Yeah.
No, I just, only thing I got is, approval for the museum work to be done.
Yeah, we've spent a long. Where did I do it? We've spent a good while on. Is that the long one? Okay. Yeah, we've spent a good while going back and forth on the museum since the water lines broke over the winter, busted, and did quite a bit of damage. And I think we have finally narrowed down what work we're going to do with support of the county museum. I think we voted last meeting to proceed with the low bidder of LRC Roofing and Remodeling. And since that time, we wanted to define exactly the scope of work and not to exceed to include. And I think between Robert Henderson and Commissioner Dixon and you are ready to proceed with.
We did not talk about that the last meeting. We didn't.
Oh, okay, that's not this one, but this. Okay. So,
And now that don't include the flooring, that's gonna come later on.
okay.
This is everything back.
This
So
is-
this will
yeah.
include the repair of the main entrance hall, of plaster, touch-up paint, basement floor, the museum main room, repair of holes and touch-up, main restroom, install ADA toilet, repair plaster, replace ceiling tiles, paint walls and trim, the press room, repainting, the family room, repainting of plaster cracks, painting, trim and ceilings, the doctor office. You didn't know we had a doctor's office here at the museum. Touch up, painting that room, the church room, painting that, the school room, painting that, repairing the walls, ceilings, and Lucy's thrift shop, painting and trim, Orange County Manufacturing Room, painting, chalk top and repair. The basement, blend primer, replace bad wall tiles and dress the door. With all that being done, we are looking not to exceed a bid of $9,740. And if I would add, Richard is in favor, and I know our county director is in favor, so I would ask a motion that we proceed.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, I have a motion by Steve, and I will second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
I approve not to exceed $9,740, and you're good to go, Rob.
Marshall, did you get 3 quotes? Is that what?
We tried to get like 6 quotes,
Okay.
and that's why the job kept getting dragged out, but this was really the only actual quote we got by the
Okay.
time that we decided to.
I had several quotes, and a lot of people didn't wanna touch it.
But we put in the minutes that they did
So,
solicit
yeah.
3 quotes.
Yeah.
Reason, I don't know, but they didn't.
And maybe it's just not a big enough job, or it's an old building, but, yep. Like, I know you definitely tried, so.
And it was by Emerson, right?
Yes, thank you.
And another thing I had was the seal coating. I've only got 1 quote in so far. Don't know if you want to just go ahead and proceed with it, or wait for them other 2 to send me their bid in.
Lynn, we're sort of wanting to not wait to proceed. He reached out 2 weeks ago, and we've only had 1 person come back with a bid.
Yes, you can proceed,
We'll proceed with
as
that.
long as you solicit
Do
it.
you want to read
At
into
least
that?
3
or-
quotes.
Yeah, so, the one and only bid come from Nelson Seal Coat out of Salem, which, I know we use them with Patoka Water a lot, and I think there's several, so they are definitely a well-known seal coat company. They broke the bid into a total, but then, do we need to do them separately per location, or just,
What's the total first, and then you can break it down?
I didn't add it up, to be honest with you. Let's see. $20,235 is the total bid. And I think it's been about 3 years since we did it, so it is definitely needed. And it's consists of cleaning all the asphalt and grass and rock, hot pour all cracks with hot pour rubber crack filler, prime all oil spots, oil spot primer, seal all asphalt with double coat asphalt sealer 2 pounds per gallon, repaint all parking lines, stripes, arrows, handicap, etc. So that breaks down to the Orange County Community Center with $6,164. The Orange County Complex and Jail, which we'll have to break that down to see what part comes out of the sheriff's budget and what comes out of the complex. But for the total of that, including the church parking lot, which we have an agreement with them that we maintain that, and the lot next to that, $11,403. And then the small parking lot, I'm sorry, the third parking lot there was broke down separately for $2,668.17.
Now, Rob, did he give you a time on this? To give her
Just waiting on me to tell him
just
to go with it.
So I think we need to go ahead and proceed with it. And
I'll make a motion that we proceed with
Okay.
council
And approve the quote.
and approve the quote.
okay, we have a motion to go forward with the 3 locations, and I will second that. All in favor? Aye.
I'll let everybody know so they can make arrangements to park elsewhere.
We need to make sure we get with the church as well.
What about tax bills? Like, when's that gonna happen?
Oh,
We need all the parking we can get for.
Well, we definitely wouldn't do it a week
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
But they're gonna be going out like, what, next week?
April 7th and then until May 11th.
They'll start letting in right after they go out.
Yeah,
okay.
So we probably should wait till after tax bills then.
I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had
Because
that
it's
guy.
probably done in a day, right? I mean, or two, probably a day to fill in, a day to stripe it.
Probably. Yeah, and I had that guy call about the sidewalk too, and I put him off till the next month,
Mhm.
so.
Well, I just go ahead and tell him we want to proceed, and what week? What,
May 11th is the deadline.
so
After
then
that,
the following, so anytime after the 12th. So we'll go ahead and get it done.
And one other thing. You keep saying that.
And we want to make sure we break the sheriff out of it.
I wanna see what you wanna do, the chiller at the courthouse keeps kicking out. I had to just reset it this morning. Probably gonna have to, the guy I talked to from Maringer said the compressor is obsolete. So
I thought we replaced that.
I need to see where we wanna go with that, cause I'm not gonna be able to sit there and babysit that.
Well, we gotta have it. So,
They was complaining this morning, it was real hot, and I told him I got it going this morning, but I don't know how long it'll stay going.
well, we need to go ahead. I would say,
So he's gonna, Maringer's gonna give me a quote, but I'll have to find 2 more, cause I know it's gonna be expensive.
since they do all our maintenance and HVAC, do we still have to get 3 quotes
Yes, I
instead?
would try to solicit 2 additional. I don't know that you'll be able to get any, but you should try to solicit them.
Yeah, and I just let them know we want to get it. I mean, do we have an idea of what we're talking?
No, he was, I got off the phone before I got up here and he was researching it now, so.
Because I mean,
There's no
I wish we could
information
maybe
on that.
come up, yeah, so I mean, we can't take action to the next meeting, so.
I just letting you know that's what I'm gonna be doing and see what they come up with.
Could that fall under our emergency as far as, like, how long could we give a week, and if we don't go ahead and get them to get, I mean, I'm sure then there's time to order and then take official action on it the
It
next
could
meeting?
fall under an emergency, but it's not super hot out yet, so I don't know.
I'm just thinking like a week from now, if nobody else has bid on it, maybe we could have them go ahead and get this stuff ordered, because then you may be another 30 days out, you know how that
Yeah,
goes.
this morning I got up and checked everything and the rooms up there in the second floor and the first floor was getting 85 degrees.
But that's because it.
The chill one room, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay.
That would be fine.
Okay, so I'll work on that.
Okay.
And I think that's all I got.
Okay. After the meeting, if you'll get with me and Steve, we want to go and go over a couple things.
Okay.
Spring cleanup things, nothing big, so, okay, thanks, sir. EMA Rick Director, good morning, Rick.
Good morning, Commissioners. I don't have any business to present or have y'all act on. However, I would request permission if I can find a grant or 2. I've got a couple of communications projects I'm looking at. They're redundancy to what we have, not everyday stuff. So if I could find a couple of grants that would help pay for that or take care of it, just need permission to be able to do that. All of them would be not putting the county on the dime or have a match or anything like that.
I think we definitely support anything you continue to do.
Good.
Okay. That's all I have.
Okay, all right, I appreciate it, sir. Heather?
Nothing today.
Nothing, all right. Shelley?
Thank you, I don't have anything either.
All right.
I'll have more time to see.
Catherine?
I don't have anything, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I've already talked to Catherine, she's Team OC it, so.
Okay.
Sarah's gonna do Team OC.
Oh, okay, all right, so yeah, I knew, thank you. All right, well, we already have on the agenda then, before we go to audience items, SIDC and Uplands Regional Land Bank, Greg Jones and Bobby Abel.
Hi.
Good morning.
Well, we're 2.5 years in our grand experiment of trying to create a regional land bank in the state of Indiana and southwest Indiana. Most land banks take 7 years to be successful and 3 years to get their first property. We are happy to say that we now have 14 owned properties. We've got 3 properties that are under renovation contracts currently. That renovation contract is really kind of important for us because what it does is it sets the standard for what's going to happen with that property. We don't want to just acquire properties. We want to make sure that there is a use that's going to be appropriate for the neighborhood as we turn that property over to a developer or a home builder or a rental builder or, just even a home buyer, We've got 3 of the properties that are in the tax sale process. You know how that sort of takes about a year to kind of to flush out. One of those is in Orange County. We were able to secure READY funding, that $1.2 million from READY, the READY initiatives, and so that has meant that the counties have only had to contribute $5,000 a year towards that land bank. The land bank has paid local contractors for yard maintenance, cleanup, inspection work, title work, surveying, demolition, tree removal, builders, developers, in the area of doing around 73,000. And we've got currently 43,000 that has been done for demolition to date. And then we've got another 115,000 that's going to be expended by September of this year. We have paid property taxes. So even though this is a not-for-profit, there are times where you take over a property and you're not able to get the taxes remediated in time, so you end up paying like 1/4 or 1/2 of year taxes, and we paid taxes on a lot of those properties. So those have directly gone back to the counties into the county coffers there of about 35,000, plus approximately another 20,000 for 25 and 26. Of all the properties that have been acquired, their assessed value is around 560,000. And we're estimating that once these properties are flipped and turned back into viable homes, it'll generate roughly $3,675,000 in assessed value for the counties that we're working with. So we're going to see returns. Returns are slow when we're talking about land banks because taxes are always in the future, right? And then we're also, one of our more exciting initiatives is we're going to be partnering with Martin County and the Redevelopment Commission. Land Bank's going to put up some money. Martin County is going to match it, and then we're going to build a home in Shoals. And so it's just kind of a interesting idea. We didn't know that we would try and build a home this quickly with the land bank, but we're just trying to figure out what all the different mechanisms are of the land bank in order to be successful in the region and make the biggest impact. What we're really trying to do is create those catalyst projects that make the neighborhood want to clean themselves up around a unique project that a long-standing dilapidated piece of property. So we have learned a lot of lessons. And Bobby here is our director, and so she has personally reviewed probably 4,000 properties across our 6-county area, and gone out and taken pictures and looked at all of these different sites and seen what's viable, what's not viable, and what would have the biggest impact. But what we've learned is typically properties take 9 to 18 months to acquire. It's a long time. Even donations can take between 6 and 9 months to get in the hands of the land bank for them to start doing something with it. No two properties are the same, so every single time we've gone into, we've got 20 properties, and each one of them we've had to handle them slightly differently in order to get clear title on them. Doing the right thing, so getting inspections, following the legal processes, assuring environmental remediation if needed, lien removal, and just doing those types of things the right way is always more expensive and costly, but we end up with draw a line in the sand. We've got a cleaned up piece of property that's ready for the next generation of good things to happen on those properties. Code enforcement is really a critical piece for local communities in this, is making sure that pipeline, you have to make sure you're holding your neighbors accountable to the standards that you're trying to set. And then this has been our biggest issue in Orange County, is that LLCs and venture capital groups are outbidding on all these properties. And they're not bidding on these properties with the lawyer, allegedly they're not buying these properties in order to renovate them, get them back on the tax roll, turn them into single-family, multifamily homes. They're buying them in order to hopefully someone will recoup, pay their taxes on the property, and then they will get paid a 10% interest off of that process. So it's a guaranteed return on investment. It's a loophole in the system. And so we're finding that as someone trying to do good in the community, we're up against so people that know how to manipulate the system. And so, that's one of those things that we really feel is maybe a legislative request that we're gonna have to do. And we may work with all of our counties to try and see if we can't make some sort of legislative action happen in the future, because it is affecting these properties getting rehabilitated and back on the tax rolls. So, and then we've also seen the land bank be good for a conduit for economic development. We've got property up in Washington, Indiana that I've been working on it for 20 years. But it's a brownfield property, and we've got it to a place where it has been remediated. We're going to go after some more grant funds to do a little bit more remediation, but that will open it up where we think we're going to be able to do 200 homes on a 10-acre property that's in the town. It was an old industrial site. No one could do anything on because of the environmental issues on it. So that has been a fun use for the land bank to be able to step in and kind of help guide that process through. As well, there's another property up in Westgate Crane Technology Park that was an old gas station there. We've got it into the POSI program there. So that's like $500,000 for the Tocon property and grants that we're getting there, and then another $160,000 on the property that's in the Martin County site there. So we've seen it be a good economic development conduit. And, you never know what's going to happen in the future, and cleaning up old industrial sites can be fruitful for housing. In September, the grant from READY runs out. And so, it's going to really be on the land bank to stand on its own after that. This has always been a service, right? And so we will have an ask from the counties in order to help keep the land bank operating and running. We're going to do this as a region, and so we're asking for, the land bank board will make the decision on the exact amount, but we're thinking it'll probably be in the $50,000 range. There's a lot of different ways of trying to figure out how to come up with that budget if we want the land bank to continue to exist and do projects in the region. We also found out no one else is doing these types of projects or taking on these types of properties. They're really the worst of the communities, and we're the only ones kind of trying to handle that and get those back on the tax rolls. So we think we've done an amazing job. 2.5 years in, 20 properties, and would like to continue with this grand experiment. We really do think housing is one of the greatest needs in Indiana, and for all of our communities. And that's not just greenfield development, that also means infill development. You need to have someone working on that capacity for you. So you've got those sheets there in front of you. As always, Bobby and I are always available. If you've got ideas, that's the best, is when people call us and say, hey, have you checked out this property? Take a look at it. It's really nice, or it's really something that could help clean up our community or be a catalyst project. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good presentation.
Can I piggyback off of that and say we're about to have our first Orange County? Is that what you were going to say too? Okay, I'll
I
let you.
included a couple of pictures, and the first one is just a before and after of one of our properties that we cleaned up, how it looked before, and the amazing transformation that has happened after. And that property has been purchased and going to be developed. The last picture there is the property here in Orange County that we are getting ready within, it'll probably be about 2 weeks, the existing structure will be removed within the next 2 weeks here in Orange County.
We're in the area of Orange County.
That one is on Beechwood Ave.
Oh,
And it was
yes.
the property that Orange County Commissioners donated to the land bank to improve.
That's one
so
we
we're
thought was
really
a-
excited.
We realized it was through Beechwoods.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, what's been funny is we've actually found properties where the county gave a veterans exemption of like $10,000, and the property was valued at $7,000, and so therefore this property, even though after the guy had passed, property wasn't going to be done with because it was never going to hit the tax roll that way. So it really has been an interesting research project to kind of pull out some of these unique properties that are like, hey, why doesn't anyone do anything with this? Oh, there's a loophole in the system. So
That's good to know.
yeah.
the contractor that is doing that demolition was recommended by, Skylar in Economic Development. So it's someone here local. And I'm excited, getting ready to move forward.
Fantastic, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next, First Chance Center. Good morning, Haley.
Good morning. I have the annual NDOT 5311 de-obligation of funds form that needs signature. This has to happen every year, even if we have 0 left. I will say the amount that we have left over this year is a little higher due to being understaffed last year. 2026 is looking better. We have 2 new part-time, 1 part-time started this morning, and then a 4th in pre-employment. So we're looking better with staffing, so hopefully that can eat up a little more of our budget for this year, and we won't have so much to be obligated.
Okay, I would ask permission to sign on behalf of the county.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, and I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, approved. And this is the minutes. Did you hear that? Sandy, 5311, yes.
Thank you.
Is that all, Haley?
Yep.
All right, well, thank you very much. Okay, we'll move on to audience items now. Lonnie Stroud with the Health Department. Good morning, Lonnie.
Morning. Been working with, on the Region 7 Grow initiative. Jamie's gonna talk a little bit more about that a little later. Also, the Being for Others grant, both of those are going well. But again, Jamie's gonna report on those a little later. We are working on getting our rabies clinic going for this year. It's a little late this year. We had some staffing issues and things. We're going to get with the rabies, the vet clinics, probably be later in the month this year though. Just want to let everybody know that that is being worked on. There'll be a flyer presented when we're ready. And then we do have 2 properties that will be brought up in our environmental meeting in May. I'm still working with them. Haven't got much compliance, so just be aware for that meeting that we're gonna probably have to discuss those properties. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Lonnie. And I forgot to mention, you all had a booth as well at the Resource Day, which
We
was
did.
great.
Our nurse
And our
attended
nurse.
that, and it was
Yeah.
reported that it was a huge turnout.
Yeah, it was
It
great.
was.
Yeah.
Great.
If it'd be okay if Jamie would go ahead and piggyback off.
Sure, we can go ahead and move. Sure.
Skip. Okay. All right. So this is kind of a summary of Walnut Grove's first quarter, because part of the contract with the consulting firm was to be invoiced each quarter, and 8 hours a month was the contracted time, with a possible exception upon approval if I went over hours. We've went over hours, but I want to explain the reason why we went over hours. I don't expect it to happen in the future. March was big. Being for Others, the $250,000 grant that the county is applying for, or that I'm applying for on behalf of the county, was due, and it was a bear. So Rick and Lonnie and Brandy and I worked lots and lots of hours on it. It will be submitted today. So, so those hours were in there. But then in addition, the GROW initiative came out in March also, which is $15 million for Region 7. So potentially $2 million for our county. And it is taking up crazy amounts of time. So there was an overlap of those 2 big grants in March. So you'll see the hours in March are pretty high. I'm averaging 11 hours instead of 8. So it's not a huge increase, but it is more than what was contracted. So I needed to bring that to your attention, kind of explain why. In addition to the big 2 big grants that we're working on, of course, the normal reporting with the health department and the HFI funds is still going on as well. But really the 2 big grants is what's been taking up most of the time. The GROW initiative is kind of difficult because there's 1 application for the whole region, which is 7 counties. So we're really having to work with all the other counties and everybody in each county to make sure we don't get left out, basically. So that's kind of where we're at. Lonnie, do you have anything else you want to share on the GROW?
Just other than that, it's very important that Orange County being centralized the way we are, we could potentially be a hub for a lot of this work that's being going on.
Yeah, we've tried to position ourselves as kind of the leader in the region.
Yeah.
So that people will come to us, and if they want to do an in-person meeting, we're like, well, we're central, come to us.
Yeah.
That way we can kind of help control the narrative a little bit, make sure, like I said, nobody's left out.
That being said, we are going to have a regional meeting, April the 17th. We've reserved the community center under the health department. We'll pay them $25 if that's acceptable to the commissioners, but it is going to be under the health department's
I don't think we charge when it's a governing unit.
$25.
Cleaning?
But the county, oh, the cleaning, I'm sorry, yes. Okay.
Yeah, the health department will cover that.
So I guess for me, I'm asking for approval of payment for those over hours. And like I said, I don't anticipate this happening in the future. It's just March was rough.
Well, and it's how fiscal things and different things work with grants. There's busy times, there's not busy
Right,
times.
and this is the busy
that's-
time.
Yep. No, I think it totally makes sense, and it's very well documented, and I'd be willing to, I think we should proceed. So I'll make a motion for $2,625 for a total of 35 hours.
And I will second that motion.
And motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, we approve.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks
Thank you.
for all you're doing. Hopefully, the fruits of your labor will be.
I hope so. We've been a lot of late nights.
Yeah, I bet. Well, we've had great partners. I mean, just how many grants and CASA and just so many grants we've got the last few years, and they're drying up. So if we get anything, or we have the opportunity to get anything, it's good.
We anticipate this grow grant to really make some impact in our community.
Good. And we want to make sure we partner as well with those things.
It is a total partnership.
Good.
The county government will probably not receive much of this money, but this health outcomes is what we're going for. This is what we're looking at.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. All right, next, our CASA director, Chrissy Evans.
I don't want to follow Lonnie and Jamie. That's rough. Good morning. I'm Chrissy Evans. I'm the new CASA director. I don't know if any of you know me or not. But first, I just want to thank Robin for her 8 years of service, making this program fantastic and grow and all
She is
the lives
fantastic.
she's touched. So, in spirit of grants and grants drying up, I just want to let you know that we are applying for a federal grant for the Indiana Department of Justice. The grant is called a VOCA grant, which is Victims of Crime Act, which was established in 1984. A lot of CASAs across the United States use this. The Indiana Department of Justice is very supportive in CASA and using this grant. The grant we're applying for is for $60,000 for a 2-year period. $20,000 a year would go to supplement salaries because, as you were saying, a lot of grants are drying up, and we are a grant-based program. $5,000 a year would go towards your benefits, supplements, and things of that nature. The other $5,000 is actually going to go towards volunteer mileage. Right now in Orange County, we don't have very many foster homes. We have kids that are placed in Warsaw, Evansville, Indianapolis, and it's hard to try to convince a volunteer to drive 2 hours, 4 hours, just because of the care for the children. Not to mention, a lot of our volunteers will miss work to be at court because they're subpoenaed and stuff, so we'd really like to be able to thank them and appreciate them, because having volunteers is a dying breed. It's so hard. Basically what we want to say is there is a match. We do have the funds to match it. If you guys are willing to do anything, we absolutely accept that, but we do have the funding to cover it if you don't feel you need to do that.
Does that have to be decided now?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope,
Okay.
we've got time.
Okay.
And we're allowed to use in-kind, so like volunteer hours count
Yes.
toward the match. So, I mean, we could basically get enough in the volunteer hours, and also in-kind, because we are in the basement of the courthouse. We might need something from you of like what a value would be if you rented a space to somebody, because they allow that kind of in-kind gesture.
Is it 20%?
It is. Thanks. Yeah, it would be 12,000 match.
And do you know when, if we look at budgets and so forth, when the match, would that be a 27
No, it would start at the end of 26.
End of 26.
Yeah, they do fiscal year starting in October, I believe.
Okay, so
So-
third Q3.
We'll know for sure if we get it at the end of June, beginning of July, and that's when we'll have to have a yes or a no on the match. But like I said, we do have the funding, so we're not actually asking and saying, hey, can you help us? We're just saying, if you want to, you're more than welcome to.
Well, it's not like it's a program that's flush with money. You know?
Yes.
It's a struggle, but it's a struggle that's worth it.
Yep, absolutely.
I know our program is kind of a quiet program because it can't be talked about, but I did run the last numbers in the 8 years since the inception of the program. I think 475 county children have came through our program. So you can see what a large impact our volunteers have had on a lot of children's lives at some of the toughest time in their own life. So.
And just to touch on that, when I became director at the beginning of the year and we let Ms. Robin retire, we had 32 children in the CASA program. Today we have 64 with the exact same amount of volunteers. So as a director, those children need to be seen every month. So if the volunteers are not seeing them, we're going to Warsaw, we're going to Indianapolis, which does take some time away from us actually being able to benefit the program. So we'd like to be able to benefit the volunteers in this situation.
Well, it shouldn't cost you to volunteer.
Agree.
Time is a lot. So.
We have some very good county people who have stepped up and do give a lot of, besides their time, their own money to support these children.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Appreciate it, ladies. Sarah and Catherine with Team OC. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. I wanted to give just a few updates. Team OC's been very busy. You talked about the resource day a little bit, but we had over 600 people come through the building. It was a very busy day. It was a lot of fun for the whole family. Kids could jump in the jump houses, get ice cream, while parents kind of went through each booth to find out what resources are available here in Orange County. And then we had tons of giveaways. We had a trampoline, bikes, a bounce house to give away. I can't even think of all of the kayak. There's tons of things. Bird feeders, yeah, that was a really cool one. So we had tons of giveaways.
Food banks were giving things away. I mean, it was
goodness. The trees and then the fruit bushes. Yeah, it was a really, really special day. And then in front of you, you have a booklet and a program of events from yesterday, our Boys Empowerment event. We had 250 people attend that for these young men. They started the day, they had the whole day at the hotel, and then they had a delicious lunch, we all did, and there were several breakout sessions, and they were all really interesting. It was such a special day. Every boy there got a smartwatch as a gift. Yeah. It was a really, really cool day. And then another cool thing is today we have an IYI, Indiana Youth Institute conference at the community center. They only have 5 in the state of Indiana, and they chose Orange County as one because of a partnership with TOC. So that'll be a really good day. And then lastly, I want to ask permission to have the community building for 2 more community events for TOC, if that's okay. Sure. I'm not entirely sure of the dates yet. I'll check with Amy.
Yeah, just work with Amy, and I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Is that just clean?
Yes. And then, you also have the journal that each boy got to. It's like an interactive. It has short stories, and it's they can write in it, and I love those. So the girls got a girl version, and the volunteers were excited to get them too. So it was a really cool thing.
I seen a lot of it on Facebook.
Yeah,
yesterday as it started feeding through it.
It was really cool to see the boys because we had all Orange County schools plus Lawrence County too, Crawford, Kirkerton, because they had spring break. But seeing them make friends with each other, and they were like, "What's your Facebook?" And like, just that is just so cool. It was such a good day.
Well, there's so many things going on, and we try to attend a lot of them. You can't. It's good. The social media presence is great. Team OC and CASA, our sheriff. It's good to know the things that are going on, because there's so many good things going on in our county.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. It's great. Skylar, Orange County Economic Development Partnership.
Hello, I just have a couple of updates. Speaking about grants, the Ready 2.0 Arts and Culture Grant is still open and it closes on April 15th. Our office, and I'm sure the Community Foundation too, have heard from several organizations throughout the county that are planning on applying for that, but just a reminder, we've only got 2 weeks left. It's been a busy week, or past couple of weeks at the office. We had QuickBooks workshop last week, Serve Safe this week, and we had a lunch and learn yesterday with IU Professor Justin Ross regarding Indiana property tax reform, which Marshall was on, so thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks.
Hopefully everyone that joined that thought that was valuable. And then in April, we will be hosting a workshop for our small business grant and a lunch and learn with our 3 school corporations for businesses to learn more about how they can be involved with the new work-based learning requirements that are being rolled out. And that's all I've got.
Yep. Yeah, that was great yesterday. I'll give you some kudos. That and the coffee meetings. What's it called? The AM
Exchange.
Yeah, I enjoy that very much, and I would highly recommend to any civic group or business or elected official to attend those. Those are so great. I always appreciate Chuck, friends with the CEO of the resort, coming, and he always gives a great report.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always very valuable and worth the hour, and always some good breakfast to eat too. So that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Lisa Thomas, Bald Creek. Good morning, ma'am.
Hello. I want to start off first by thanking you gentlemen for allowing us to do the vendor event fair, which will be April 12th. We are packed for the day. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. I wanted to ask though if Rob and I can get busy though on the shovels. Sorry, I'm going to put something else on your plate. If you all, I think Amy had discussed it at one time, and I think I spoke with you, Steve, back, sometimes.
Because I don't know if Rob was at that meeting or not, but I think we're looking at moving the display.
I knew about you.
Okay, good.
Yes. If we could get that done, because I was actually going to set up a registration or a booth there, and my kind of thought process was to put it in the boardroom. I think it still needs to be displayed to show respect.
I think that's what we were thinking actually, was moving it to the boardroom.
Well, and I didn't know, if that would be possible to get that done before April 12th.
I bet we can work on that, right, Rob?
Well, and I told Rob I would come up and help.
She'll hold the shovel.
Yeah. Because there's other things I want to be doing at the community building, debugging the lights and getting it presentable, so hopefully we can get it rented more.
And we don't know what's behind it. Whoever mounted it, we don't know.
Probably not been painted behind it.
Do what?
Yeah.
It's not been painted.
No, well, there is some paint up there that I'm going to see if it's still good, and if not, then
We'll get it figured out. Just give it
Yes.
us, Rob, and we'll get it. We'll have it presentable.
So Rob and I could get together and see about getting that moved. Thank you, Rob.
Sounds good.
Also, I wanted to see about getting permission. I have purchased a 6-foot by 12-foot banner. I really want to. But we stopped advertising because it was getting confused with Team OC up at the community building. So we stopped, but I have a banner and I didn't know if we could put that. I had it made up here at Copy Charlie. He's got the wind vents and everything in it. If we could put it in the ground up there at the courthouse lawn to advertise this. I didn't know if that would be possible or
Have
not.
we ever done that before?
I don't think we ever have.
I mean, we may want to, look at something like a permanent, something for future things. I've definitely seen other counties that advertise events or festivals and so forth, we're going to be going up there right after this meeting, so maybe we could work with Rob and we'll just look around and see.
Well, and I can go pick the banner up. I was notified yesterday.
What size is it?
It's 6 foot tall and 12 foot long.
That would be an interesting banner. How would you hang that banner?
Were you wanting to stake it in the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm going on vacations.
I'm sorry.
We'll do some looking here. We'll see between this our front lawn here or that, but we'll look or the four-way community center. We'll do some looking
Well, do
today.
you want me to go get it and meet you?
I don't. As long as we know the size, I don't think that's necessary. 6 foot by 8 foot
6 foot by 12 foot.
by 12 foot. Okay. Okay.
I wanted to grab attention.
That should do it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I am only hoping and praying that we get the outcome Team OC did. I'm just, you have been, that was an inspiration. We have food trucks, we have beauticians, we have technical people, we have people coming to sell things. I know Out of the Attic wanted to set up, which I know we were going for events, but I'm like, let's include, because I got many from the community who's like, hey, I want to be there. This is great. We have bands that are going to be playing.
Right.
I wanted to get with you all, but I know you all are busy. So, just different. I mean, we are, like I said, we're full inside and out.
Great.
So,
Well,
and
we will, do we have contact? Do you have a contact?
Mhm.
Okay. We will follow up with you on that.
And then there's one more thing
Okay.
I'm going to ask for. We have a lot of giveaways. I know there's going to be a Caribbean cruise giveaway. There's going to be, I know Lock Creek Creations is doing a $750 gift card to give away for an event. I didn't know if possibly the commissioners would allow us to do a drawing for a free one-day rental at the community building. And like if they wanted 2 days or 3 days or whatever for setup, make them pay for that, but just like the day of, if that would be acceptable.
Is that something we can do, Lynn? Yeah.
That's good enough.
I'm good with it. I think it's good.
I'm good with it.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you so
Would that
much.
be no cleanup fee or a cleanup fee with that?
We can
Well, I'm the
figure
one who
cleanup
does
thing.
cleanup, so how about I don't charge?
We can figure that out. We're good, yeah.
Okay. I'm the one who does the cleanup, so I'll just take care of that. It'll
You're
be
doing
all
a
right.
good job.
Well, thank you so much. The ceiling's next. The ceiling is on my radar. As soon as all my grandkids go home from spring break, I've had them for 3 weeks. It's been wow.
Yes, I bet.
But the ceiling's on my radar. I want to get the building as presentable as possible. So when people come in there, like they want to rent the building, they want to come in and have an event there.
And that's why we've put the money the last few years in it, because that's what it's everyone's building. So
Yes.
we want it to be utilized.
Well, that's the push for it right
Good,
now. So.
good. Well, thank you for all you're doing.
Well, thank you.
And
I
we'll follow
appreciate-
up on the banner.
With that being said, Rob, have we gotten anywhere with the stove yet? We were switching from gas to electric.
No, look,
Definitely
it's pricey.
stove.
I'm
Can
still-
I say-
Still looking.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead. I'm still looking, it's pricey, but
Okay.
go ahead.
I'm sorry, Rob. The stove has always been a big concern of mine, even before I started. We had the gas company, somebody called them to come in up there one time. And what I have learned, and I have not taken time, that's shame on me. They said what's going on is the air builds up in the line. That's the reason the pilot light, once somebody lights it, it shuts off. So they need to hold it down for about 4 or 5 seconds, and then it'll stay lit.
We're gonna eliminate it and go with the commercial electric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Because I was actually going to go up there and take pictures while I was doing that and all that for Amy to put a new diagram or something.
It seems like it's always been an issue.
Yeah.
Ever since
Yeah,
we.
yeah.
The
I don't know
last
what
time
the thought
we
was.
used the building, we had to have somebody light the stove 4
Yeah.
times. It just
Yeah.
did not-
And it's not that old, and it was expensive when we bought
It
it.
was.
Well, the
So-
gas company said the reason that's happening is because air is getting in the line and it shuts it back off, and then you get the smell.
Yeah.
And
It's been
when
an
you're in the
ongoing
middle of
issue.
a reception and that smell comes out, people freak.
Yeah, well, that's
I
why
mean, that's the
we
only way to put it.
electric's the way to go and take care of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tara, nothing? Well, thanks for visiting us today. Anything else in the audience items? Yes, ma'am.
I forgot something because I got sidetracked helping Robin. But I wanted to ask if it was okay if we turn the courthouse lights blue in honor of Child Abuse Awareness Month, which starts today. And if there's a way we can incorporate that on the government page and honoring CASA and what they do.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We have blue, don't we, Rob?
Sorry,
What
Robbie.
now?
We have blue already, don't we, lights?
I think so.
Okay.
My goal is still to get where we can change them like by a
Just a
computer,
little switch.
but the first time we got that quote, it was like 6 figures, so it's crazy.
When does that start?
Today.
April Fool's.
That is not
Ask
good.
for forgiveness and permission, sorry.
Yeah, tell Dark, Robbie.
No.
Can you send me some information what you want on the government page?
Absolutely.
And we'll post whatever we can.
Thank you, we
And
appreciate
how
it.
long do you want that to run?
For the entire month.
For the entire month?
I'll work on it.
Okay.
I got one other thing too. I got a guy give me a quote on the fencing up there, that new.
Yep.
But he had a question, and wanted to know if, let me see if I can find it.
I was gonna say, we're getting ready to go up there, so you just wanna look, we can go over it while we're up there? Yep, that'd be great. It looked like it's been repaired.
No.
Looked like the one I looked at yesterday. Okay. All right, well, we'll go up there and look after the meeting. Thank you. All right, we'll now move on to Tucker Law Office.
Thank you. I have ordinance number 2026-2. This was requested by commissioners at the last meeting. It's an ordinance regulating electrical service on the south side of the square. Provides as follows: any food truck operated by a for-profit business or a nonprofit organization allowed by the town of Paoli to be located in the public parking area to the south of the public square in Paoli is subject to the restrictions of this ordinance. Temporary use of electrical service by the food truck is permitted for so long as the operator of the food truck complies with the National Electrical Code. And if a for-profit person or organization is operating the food truck by the payment of a sum of money sufficient to reimburse Orange County for the electrical service provided. The fee for use of county electrical service by the food truck for-profit operator shall be $25 per day for any part of the day. This fee is to be collected by the Orange County Health Department. All regulations of the Orange County Health Department must also be complied with by the food truck operator.
That sound good, Lonnie, as far as your office collecting?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it sounds great.
Sounds good. Make a motion.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved 2-0.
Okay. There is that ordinance to be signed. The only other item of business I have is a right-of-way easement with Orange County listed as grantor and Paoli Lake Regional, Patoka Lake, Regional Water and Sewer District listed as grantee. This is for the old dump area on County Road 275 West next to Rumpke's Transfer Station. I did make a few clerical changes and requested removal of the following language, which I believe they've agreed to. The consideration here and above recited shall constitute a payment in full for any damages to the land of grantor, their successors and assigns by reason of the installation, operation, and maintenance of the structures and improvements referred to herein. So the version I have from Marshall to sign, that section's been removed from the easement. If acceptable, I will need a motion to approve the right-of-way easement with my changes and authorize Marshall Noble to sign as president.
I would entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I will second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved 2-0.
And then Marshall, I'll need you to sign, and
Okay.
Sandy to attest. Thank you.
And then if one of you send that to me today, then I'll send it on to Patoka.
That's all I have for commissioners. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Madam Auditor.
The only thing I have is I'd like to request to replace a full-time employee.
Okay, and that's a deputy position? Okay.
Yep.
I'll make a motion that we approve.
Second.
What's the date?
I think the 20th of April.
Okay.
Is her
Or
last
just
day.
whenever. Yeah. Okay. I'll make a motion. You second?
Now, second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, approved.
And the second thing I have is I'd also like to put in my 2 weeks notice.
That is not.
Yes, it is.
Well, you fell for that.
Let's not even go there. Bonnie?
It would be so fun though, wouldn't it?
No, it would not. It would not. Anything else, ma'am? Okay, Mr. Hopper.
I have nothing. I think we've discussed a lot of things that I was gonna touch on, but I think we covered it. So I'm good.
Only thing I've got is a couple things I wanted to update on our housing grant. We have officially pretty well wrapped that up, thanks to Robin and our scoring team. They have provided us with the 25 homeowners that were successful in the grant. You know, $500,000 sounds like a lot of money, but it's unfortunately we had like 71 applicants that actually qualified for the housing grant, but only had enough funding for 25. So it's we will start reaching out to the successful applicants right away, and we did have our interviews this week, which I appreciate. Our 3 full-time, Shelley, Heather, and Sandy, they were part of the interview committee for the radon inspector and for the home inspector. So we've narrowed those down, including with Richard, myself. So we'll be making an offer to those individuals today who are successful on that. And then we'll proceed with letting the 25 people know that qualified for the grant. We can't apply for the grant until it's totally closed out, so it would probably be next fall before we could apply for the grant again. But we're hopeful with funding and so forth that we obviously see the need in the county for that. So hopefully we can apply for the grant again and do another $500,000, which would be, would take care of 50 of our 70 applicants. But it's definitely needed and good to support people and try to keep them in their home as much as we can. And we were sort of trendsetters in Orange County, as most towns have pursued this grant, but not really counties ever. So I appreciate all Skylar, Robin, everyone that helped be from the start to be on the committee. Catherine, I appreciate that. But it's been a great thing, and more good things to come. So we're excited to reach out to the ladies and gentlemen that were successful with that. The only other thing I had, I was on that meeting yesterday and appreciated Skylar for putting that meeting on, but, Senate Bill 1's a lot of moving parts to that. One thing that was a little scary to me, that next year they predicted we would have in the county over $300,000 less in revenue to operate on. So that, we've taken some big hits the last few years between the fire territory and this. You're looking at close to $700,000 less we have to operate the county on than we had on an annual basis. So it's going to get a little tough for a while. Luckily, I think we've made a lot of good decisions, and we are certainly in a lot better financial shape than other counties. And I think we have good full-time elected officials and department heads, and have made some good but tough decisions. But it's going to be an interesting few years to come. So, but we'll get through it. We've got through hard times before. So, with that being said, I would entertain a motion to sign claims and adjourn.
I will make that motion.
Okay, motion. I'll second. We are adjourned. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you.